Alright, headshots, how you doing? Welcome back for another stream today with more Need for Speed Most Wanted Remastered. Another mod joins, this time trying to give you the ultimate experience of Most Wanted. But before we get into this video, make sure to check out Instant Gaming for cheap game keys and MadMonk for amazing supplements. Check them out, links in the description below. The first piece of feedback that I gave was, give people an option to adjust the motion blur. Because it's turned up to 11, and at the moment there is no way to reduce it. And I know there is probably 50% of the people that don't want motion blur, so in my opinion it should be one of the options. But other than that, you get a very nice looking version of the game. Motion blur controller. Yeah, the motion blur controller was used to create this in the first place. This is not the original motion blur of this game. This is like an adjusted version of it. Yeah, if you want the download links, you gotta join the Discord server. New cam, not sure what it was called. Drift cam, and another custom camera. All right, I would say I'll run the in-game music. To the prologue we go. This looks really good, man. The cars definitely look a lot more high quality. It's one of the new cameras. I actually quite like this new camera. Yeah, so for now, that was the first feedback that I gave him, was give people the option to turn off the motion blur if they don't want to. Because I know that at least half of you guys do not want any kind of motion blur. Oh, it's super aggressive, yeah. You kind of love the motion blur. See, that's my point. There's going to be people that will love it, and there will be people that hate it. And since it's, in my opinion, about 50-50, you should include both options, right? And you just let people decide. Oh, the handling has definitely changed. That M3 seems a bit harder to drive. Or I just misremember the handling of the M3. We will see. If the Golf drives normally, then I just misremember the handling of the M3. But to be fair, the starting M3 isn't the grippiest car of them all. Both of your names. Usually you can be happy if they remember one of the names. Hey, did you guys notice we actually drove to the part where the cutscene started? So they changed the events to fit the cutscenes. The same thing here, the cutscene tells you where the next race starts. This is something the developers could have easily done. One thing I totally forgot after all these years is that the prologue missions have no music. Ooh, when the frame rate drops below 60, I actually get slowdown. I'll have to turn off the sim rate -1. Yeah, the slow motion simply comes from the frame rate dropping below a certain value. This is the side effect of the widescreen patch that allows you to have infinite frames. It's just when you have a lot of mods running, you will drop below a certain frame rate and then the game has a slowdown. It will look really smooth, but it feels like it will feel more like slow motion. I'll show you how to fix it. Yeah, the looks of the game remind the 360 version a lot more now. By the way, shouts to Meat. God food. Who's Meat? Lisa's parents. Oh, the shifting patterns have changed. So that's what I'm noticing. So if you want to fix this, go to your scripts folder, and in the widescreen fix, turn off sim rate. Sim rate is -1. Turn it to 0 or pick your frame rate. Like you could pick exactly 60 or 120. Alright, let's race against Razor. And once again, the race starts according to the cutscene. Man, Razor actually seems to be rebalanced. He's way faster. Oh, come on. Guess it doesn't matter, but Razor was definitely faster than usual. Hey, interesting. It didn't recognize the save file for Underground 2, but the mod did make the Golf cheaper. Very interesting. I wonder why the mod doesn't recognize the Underground 2 save file. Alright, let's turn around. Oh, our money is different though. How much money did I get? 1500. Dude, I can't buy the spoiler, but the thing I actually wanted to buy was the engine. Blacklist 13, 10 and 8. Okay, let me try to find the new races as I play through the game then. Here's the downside of having the Golf. I should have bought the engine upgrade, but I couldn't because I didn't get the bonus cash from the Underground 2 save file. So now I'm short the engine upgrade. It's my favorite conversation theme in Most Wanted. Is this red? Is this orange? Is it brown? What is this car's color? The game should be on Steam. Oh yes. All the black box games should be on Steam. Of course you remake your best-selling game ever, right? Like this is a no-brainer, right? Final Fantasy is doing it. EA is like, nah, we don't need this. It's fine. It's all right. We're just gonna release Unbound 2 in 5 years. One thing I noticed, they did HD all the pictures of the characters. Look at Sonny, man. He's much higher resolution. I'm not sure if I already made enough money to get the engine upgrade. But we could give ourselves a little bit of a challenge and beat Sonny without the engine upgrade. 4,500. Alright, we're doing Sonny without an engine or a spoiler upgrade. So if you want my educated guess when we're getting the next Need for Speed, it would be 2027 at the earliest. But currently all the Need for Speed guys are working on Battlefield. And they will do so until next year. So at the earliest they will start working on the next Need for Speed at some point during next year. So next year is a guaranteed 0% chance that Criterion is making a new Need for Speed, in my opinion. So let's say they rush a game in 1.5 years, then you would get one in 2027. But I'm not sure they want to do that, I'm not sure they can do that. So my best guess would be 2027, but more likely 2028. Oh, did they fix the continue button? What is this? Okay, wow, that was weird. Did you see how big that continue bar was? I've never seen that before. Did I actually get the car? Can I sell Sunnies or can I use Sunnies? Oh, we could use Sunnies. Just gotta rebuild a bit of heat. So it should have an engine. Does it come with a gearbox? It does. I think it has suspension. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have a nitro. We know he stole it. Maybe tires. No, tires are missing as well. So we can remove the roof scoop. We can fix the aesthetics with a spoiler. Wait a second. Did they change the Reaper spoiler? That is not the Reaper spoiler. Let's take a look at the... Yeah, I think a lot of the spoilers have changed. I gotta say, with a subtle amount of motion blur like this, you know, you could argue, okay, everything is smearing because you're moving so fast. Now you could argue you don't lose the remastered effect because you have the motion blur included. And it's less obnoxious than the vanilla setting. The mod makes the opponents harder, so I gotta be more careful in Tollbooth events. Basically, I don't want to lead. If I lead, they rubber band and they win. I like that the game got harder. But I do have to play it smarter in speed trap events. Golf is definitely struggling more now. I think it looks way better when you can actually see what's going on in the distance. The default motion blur setting you had, in my opinion, is way too high. So Vic has one. Let's check. It's not this one. It's this one. Alright. Here's a new event for you guys. Tollbooth Rally event. So from blue to blue. This is your guidance, by the way. In case you were wondering how to do the checkpoints in which order. I think that was a good idea considering it's, you know, such an underutilized area. And hey, it's a racetrack in Most Wanted where I don't know the perfect racing line. Not bad. It's very interesting. I don't know what's up with this intermediate loading screen, but it messes with the continue button. And now it's fixed. See how long this took? Crazy. That's a weird side effect of the mod. I don't know what that's happening. Let's get the Junkman transmission. Some cash. Shift pen of the exotic cars in most mods. We'll try Lexus and Audi of any sort, for example. Sure. If you want to incentivize people to use more cars, increase the payouts. Right, I only have 58k. Alright. Let's turn on the cheat engine. If you want to try out cars, we need money. So can you tell me again which car did you want me to test out? Something exotic? The Audi TT is obviously an option, but what else? This is cheating. Yes. It is. How cool would it be in real life to cheat? Like removing the constraints of money. would be interesting for life. A Lexus or an Audi? Well, is there more than one Lexus even? You said an Audi. Doesn't matter which Audi I take. Are you even sure if the A4 is faster than the TT? Okay, let's get a luxury limousine. It's a little bit wider, sure, why not? Garibaldi, that's a new one. That looks extremely weirdly mounted. Yeah, that works. Blank beta. Paul, who's Paul? Who's Paul, man? Paul Walker. I mean, sure, but... Ah, okay, we have tire customization. Do we have Need for Speed tires? There's Speed Hunters. Slaughter. Classic. That's kind of cool. Oh, Neon is back. I wonder how visible that's gonna be. No, Paul. Don't think there was ever Paul in Need for Speed, man. Actually, what was the guy called in a Need for Speed movie? What was his name? Obviously, his actor name is Aaron Paul, but what was he called in the movie? Toby Marshall. Okay. I feel like they added so much style in the tuning, it's crazy. So let's see if we can unboat the car a little bit with an aerodynamics tuning. You recommend handling plus 2. Dude, handling is usually really bad. Handling plus, because it adds slow down while you're cornering, so it usually ruins your lap times. Yeah, this is way slower than the Golf, holy shit. But I mean, it makes sense, because it uses the values from Carbon. The cars got slower, because that's how it is, right? The first thing that I noticed when I played Carbon, everything was slower, and it made no sense to me whatsoever. Like, same game engine, same developers, but now everything is slower. I said the same thing about the M3 earlier, where I had a feeling that the handling was worse. But I guess it's just start the cars being slow, and I kinda forgot about it. The worst racing games are the ones that have like 20% dead zone, and then they also have input lag. Oh, my camera overheated. Interesting. That's when did that happen? It is too hot. Let me cool my room. The most money that they ever got out of me for mobile racing games was Need for Speed No Limits, where I paid $20 because it elevated me to a certain VIP level that matched up with my game time, so I didn't run out of fuel so quickly. But yeah, overall very annoying game mechanics. There's the rally event. The next one should be in chapter 8. So basically go from color to color. There's a lot of underutilized areas, or completely unused areas in Most Wanted. Like the golf course. But there's roads like this that you never use. But not a single racetrack sends you through here. That was close. Chromatic aberration? You see the blue moving where the sun is? Is that always in Most Wanted? Oh, that's the overbright setting, isn't it? Yeah, Twitch's first mistake was to lower the sub-pricing. That made no sense at all. Because people don't care if they spend $5 a month or $2 a month. The problem was that the active subs now paid less. So the streamers got less money and Twitch got less money all of a sudden. It didn't actually do what they wanted. They wanted more people to subscribe at a lower price. But it didn't work, right? Like I lost a lot of money. They even lowered it for Austria and Germany. Instead of $5, it was $4. But if you multiplied it with 1,000 subs, that is $1,000 less for me every month. Right? It's a huge impact on a small change. In my opinion, that was Twitch's first huge mistake. And then afterwards, you know, after they reduced the sub pricing, they realized, oh, our revenue is down. We're now making less money. What do? Let's increase the ads. Right? And then we had just a shit ton of extra ads. The thing is, speed trap events are extremely difficult with the buffed opponents. They rubber band so much. Ooh, I love when roadblocks spawn in events. But I don't think we're gonna beat High Roller. Unless High Roller gets stuck on the cops, he rubber banded way too much. He has 75 more than me. Mustang car time. Let's see which car is on sale. Mustang GT is available. GTO, Naro. It's basically the same car anyways. Let's grab the Mustang. The new Most Wanted decal. Okay, where do I find it? It's called Most Wanted. ALM. You gotta give me some guidance, man, if you want me to do something. Oh, did you mean vinyl? It's a decal. Do you know what it's called? You gotta... Oh, man. 111 decals. Which one? N? YN, you said Most Wanted. Brother! I feel like now I need a much wider spoiler. Perion. If Razor was actually to be taken seriously, he'll drive something like this. So, Most Wanted now has a stiff camera too. Maybe Maybe we can win over 1 or 2 Gran Turismo fans with this one. Drift cam. I gotta say, the good thing about the drift cam is really that you can easily see in front of your car. It might actually save you from 1 or 2 traffic hits. Well, to be fair, we already figured out we can beat drag racing blindfolded. So I guess it doesn't matter which camera we use. It's Rubber Band Earl, let's go! Dude, Earl is even faster. I told you earlier that everyone is rubber banding. Dude, there's no way I'm beating Earl. I need the Golf. Rubber Band Earl at its best, man. Maybe I should let him pass. Yeah, if you thought Earl was hard, he now became harder. Only the Golf can keep up. No, the Mustang had no chance. One thing about the Mustang, or rather the Golf, it does have 2 Junkman parts that does help the car. Yeah, everyone get faster. Earl is no exception. Do the AI races need a new balance? I like it. I like the difficulty. I would keep it as it is. I feel like if you can't beat the bosses, you just need to use the speed breaker more. Like, you don't even need to drive like me. Like, the difficulty is definitely on the higher end, but I do think it's quite enjoyable. Nitrous. Wait a second. Oh, you fixed that. So now we can actually grab Junkman nulls from the career. That's a small fix. Usually you don't have access to this. Junk nulls. Pog. Indeed. I don't know exactly what the Junkman nose does. Do you know? What did I even unlock? I guess it's just the tires in this chapter. But more importantly, the Junkman nose. Alright, that is the last rally event. I doubt you can just slap Redux on top of this. You can try, but I don't think it will work. Especially, you know, it might work if you slap on Redux first and then this mod, or the other way around. You know, maybe then you can get it going, but no idea what the results would be like. My assumption is you're gonna break something. Oh shit, I need to go left. Wait. I completely lost my orientation. Okay, we're back, okay. I was so fast, couldn't react in time. And then it spawned me in the other direction. The problem is, when you remaster something, but then you take something away that people had before, they're gonna be mad at you. Right? That has nothing to do with you or with me. But if you take something away from people that they had before, they will be mad. It doesn't matter what it is. People basically want the same thing over and over again, just a little bit better. Okay, let's check out the bonus car. So if you guys start, not a quick race. Actually yes, quick race, custom race. Ah, that is, I assume. I gotta say, with the rain, it looks pretty damn good. New car camera? Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? The old school cameras are still available, but they added a bunch of new ones. Back to condition 1. Every time you use another car, you lose most of your heat level. At least, when there's already a much higher heat level available, the early heat levels rise faster. And sadly, even after so many years of speedrunning Most Wanted, there is no trick to it to spawn roadblocks any more frequently or more quickly. Just a handful of things that work sometimes. I mean, I usually do Rosewood too, but primarily because I can escape guaranteed here, right? There's plenty of spots that are really good for escaping, you know, even when the chopper is on you. You don't really have that anywhere else. That's why I usually hang out in Rosewood. Hey, condition 4. We might actually have to extend the chase anyways. But I do think we might have enough bounty. But yeah, the reason why I'm in Rosewood is very simple. You see this hideout here? The thing is, the chopper can't see you here. So you park here, so the cops that are behind you don't see you, and you're in a position where the chopper can't see you, and then you just reverse into the hiding spot. And that works every time. Right, a guaranteed escape is worth a lot to speedrunners. How's it feel? Feels like I need some upgrades, man. That engine is gonna have a much easier time. Also, ultimate suspension and nitro. I can't even get ultimate brakes. And it can't be worth it spending money on it. Would be nice if we could stack Junkman parts for even more insane values. I feel like they should have put here a pursuit breaker here. It also looks like it was intended, that you have a crane there that drops something. I think I'll do the quick escape first, and then if we need to, which we probably do, into the spikes.
reported heading southbound past the stadium. Quad will be set up around 12.
Whoa. Everybody got a piece of that roadblock. 6 spikes. One thing you're always hoping for when you're speedrunning this is to get double spikes in the roadblock, which can happen as long as you're on a road that is wide enough, like this one. I love how you can bounce off walls like this, because the wheels are still spinning. You get like a really fast acceleration after the bounce. To be fair, we might have enough bounty, even without the spikes. This is the #1 thing you want to pay attention to when you're speedrunning Most Wanted. The cop chases. Those are the things you can optimize the most, where you can get lucky the most. Oh, there we go, my goodness. We got both SUVs. Oh, they ran. I was about to say, why did we get them? I went into the roadblock. This is still pretty good. We got like 4 extra SUVs, heavy SUVs. It's like 180,000 by itself, plus whatever other cops died there. So, let's look at the kilometers. Short events get priority, or the more interesting ones, speed trap events. At least we have opponents there. You know, the one thing I don't like about the Tollbooths, they're way too easy. So it's usually more fun to pick events with opponents, especially now that they are buffed in this mod. We finally have enough power on the Golf that it doesn't get completely destroyed on the speed traps. I'd love to see like an estimated time to finish these events. Oh, I bugged the event again. Why does this always happen, dude? I always bug this particular event. Did I do the chase for this chapter already? I did. Let me show you a cool hiding spot if it works. Sadly, it doesn't trigger. It doesn't trigger by the inside here. I could drive out. No. Not as long as they're roaming around. Overall opinion on the project, it's looking good, man. One thing you could take a look at is adding a few more cars. Right, there's plenty of car mods. And I feel like if you would restrict yourself to the cars that are featured in other Need for Speed games, I think people would appreciate a few extra things. I know it's a remaster, but you know, being too faithful can also be a problem, you know what I mean? If you make it too similar to the original. And the good thing is when you add cars, you know, people can use them, or they can, or they don't, right? Like it doesn't... It's not forced on the player, right? If they want a new car, you can take the new car. Oh shit, Webster's way faster than me. I might actually wait this out so I don't get rubber banded to all hell. Dude, everybody loves his filter car game. I built my career based on this game. Ooh, Junkman brakes. Useless. Actually, this is some other bullshit. Are you ready for this? It's eggs with bunny ears. You see this shit? Who comes up with this garbage, man? Yeah, strawberries. I would prefer strawberries over this. Grapes. Ah, dude, salty peanuts though have a lot of calories. I think I would rather eat walnuts. I love macadamias, but these are fucking expensive. The traffic in the cop cars use metallic paint. Yeah, they do look better, I noticed. There's actually a mod for a first-person camera. Obviously, you have the non-animated, low-resolution interior of all the cars, but it does work. I think this has been my favorite camera angle so far, because it's new and gives you a different perspective at the game without being bad. You would expect the remaster to be less yellow. It's even more yellow. Yeah, it's actually using a mod that is trying to look like the 360 version of the game. Plus, you know, a bunch of HD HUDs and textures. So if you ever played the 360 version, then you know what this is about. It's back exactly like in Carbon. Oh, it's not going to be at that stop anymore. Yeah, in Carbon you actually have a chance to drive away, I remember. Carbon you actually had a chance to survive, running over spikes. Vehicle sounds from Need for Speed Carbon. Yeah, you ported a lot from Carbon to Most Wanted. I'm not 100% sure that is better, but it's just different, right? We really need that much more bounty. I mean, we can build up heat level 5, we need that soon. Okay, that ended up being a lot more bounty than I thought. Yeah, we have enough for JV for sure. Took the tread from Carbon to match custom tires. Cool stuff. The thing is, those small details, I wonder how many people are actually gonna notice it. I'm gonna do it for the love of modding, man, all those small details. Hey, actually, one thing I wanted to test was to turn off the overbright. It's on by default. Let's see what it looks without. Details make the difference. And it's true, it's usually like a random moment where you notice the change and you're like, oh, this is cool. I worked really hard for those 15 subs. We're not done yet. Kuduro. Think of the 5 gift subs, man. 20. Dude, we're going towards the big leagues now. Davey, how you doing? Thanks for another 5 gifted subs. Wait a second. Who deleted all of my subs? We're back to 5. Damn it. Credit card fraud. The opportunistic girl from TwitchCon. the one that got excited when she saw my 60 emote slots. I mean, that was the mega achievement. That was definitely the best time in Twitch history where Twitch did the least amount of mistakes. How much gifted subs do I have on my own channel? You wanna see? 3, 2, 1. 18,711. Just needed a small loan of $1 million. This is my challenge to everyone watching. Beat me. Beat me in the most amount of gift subs. You actually want to be swerving behind the cops, because if you stay to your lane, they will just give you a massive brake check. JV. Okay, let's do it. Bye, Ronnie. Gotta call him Bull now. Ooh, true, we get the engine here. The rain looks really good. And that's a nice improvement over the original game. No subs left. Oh shit, we're back to 0 again. I guess I'm officially banned of Twitch. It was nice while it lasted, guys. 2017 to 2025. Rip. Oops. Explosion. Alright, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Yeah, thank you for providing the mod, man. Looking forward to your full project. But yeah, that's it for me today. Once again, there's the Matchmaster download for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Sleep tight. Do come back tomorrow for more. And good night, hotshots. So, bye-bye.